Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am Claudia, and this is my series, Wine, Women, and Words. In this series, I enjoy a bit of wine and talk about the wonderful way certain women weld words. I am so excited. Even as I listen to everybody in the neighborhood mow their grass and the loud summer spring cars bump by with their booming boom boxes, I think, perhaps I should be filming this at night when it's super quiet around here. But that's okay. I am still excited. It's a beautiful day, and I have new wine. Yes, indeed. This is Morgan David, America's classic wine. Guys, this is something I have not tried, loves. This is pomegranate wine. Kosher for Passover. Grape wine with natural flavor. Grape wine? America's classic wine, pomegranate wine. I had to stop and put some elbow grease on that. But it smells delicious, savory and fruity, and it has a pomegranate smell, not quite grape. But I do smell undercurrents of grape, but nonetheless, look how nice and pretty that color is. Ooh, ooh. Oh, that's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Today, I have Anondra Cat Williams. I know her. She is a beautiful person. She is a many splendid thing. And she is humorous, knowledgeable, intelligent, warm, caring, just an all-around phenomenal YouTuber here on YouTube. An all-around phenomenal person. It is my delight to share with you my review of Anondra Williams' second story collection, poem and short story collection about love. I simply adore the cover. Is that not beautiful? A sister girl in a gorgeous, vibrant blouse off the shoulder, lips as luscious as you please, like they are begging you to say, I dare you to kiss me. Beautiful. And this fro, she's the author also of her first story collection, Black Girl Love. But look at the look on her face. The look on her face is, look, you see me. I'm trying to love you. You're trying to love me. We've run into some difficulties, but I still love you. Don't you know that? I still love you. Listen to the name, Anondra. That's different. It's unique. I love it, Anondra. She opens her story collection with a dedication to my wife, Amber Abena, who pushes and encourages me in love while surrounding me with hope, happiness, and laughter. I do love you always. If you know me, you know, as some of my friends say, Claudia, you just love love. I love love, and I love that she dedicated this book to her wife, who pushes her and loves her to her next plateau, to her next apex. We all need that in whatever we're doing with someone significant or someone's beautifully significant to push us to grow and become better versions of ourselves. And I could see that Amber does that for Anondra when I follow them here on YouTube with Wandering Soup, when they are a family wandering the world, exploring, sharing what they find with their children. They were in Asia, in Mexico. They may be in Merida, Mexico even now. I've got to go back and see if they're still there. But go and follow them on Wandering Soup. You will not regret it. It's just fabulous. You learn so much about what it means to be touring the world. Even now, during a pandemic, they are living life. She opens about love with a poem. And I think it's very apropos because the poem is entitled About Love. Hence, the short story poetry anthology or the short story poetry collection has its name, About Love. And you read it and you wonder, what do you think about love? What does love mean to you? What does love mean to you? What does it mean to me? What do I need from love? What do I want from love? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it taste like? Love. It allows you to conceptualize love, even as you start reading the collection, to ask yourself, what does love mean for me? And her poem is about love. I thought love was heartbeats and cold sweats and tears. I thought love was nervousness and jumbled thoughts and desperation. I thought love was nakedness and climaxes and wet sheets. I thought love was white picket fences, a cat and a dog. I thought love was old age, brown skin, and cocoa butter. I was told nothing about love. I read a book. I saw a movie. I sat through a play about love. And in the end, I realized everyone has a story about love. Beautiful, universal, personal. I enjoy reading a short story collection interspersed with poetry. I just love the ebb and flow of it all and how it all connects. The reason why an author put a poem first, put a poem after this story, or even at the end, tells a story. And it helps you to better slip into the work, wade into the waters. Now, I am going to tell you about 3 of the stories in this collection. I love the first story, New Love. In the first story, New Love, you meet 2 characters, 2 women. And you realize that their story is a story that plays out, that is very relatable to today's time and yesterday. very relatable it is in the sense that we see a person, we're attracted, they have a light, we look at them, we look at that person, we look at her, and we think, I want that person. I love the way the light shines up from that person. I love the way that person looks, the way that person laughs, what that person says. And we see the surface part of that person. We don't see the undercurrents of the person. We don't see if the light is shining bright from a source within that is fortifying and loving. We don't see if that light is faint at times because we're so focused on having that person. We don't see what lies underneath, where that person has been, where in life that person fell, fainted, needed a helping hand. But our narrator meets this woman and has to have her. And this woman acquiesces to this force coming towards her. She lets the narrator see what she chooses to see, same as she allows the world to see what the world chooses to see of her, without asking her questions about where she's been and what she's been through. Same as the narrator does not ask her these essential questions, but she wants to marry her and take her hand anyway. And when she does, she finds that although it doesn't rain on their wedding day, the woman cries. Her bride weeps. And she gives a reason. She says she weeps because she's clearing out. Coming new. Washing away the old. But in essence, she's walking wounded. She's a bride walking wounded. So used to telling the world the image that they would want to see and bringing that out for the world to see. But her light is coming from a place of brokenness, hurt. Her mother put her out when she realized that she was 16 and wanted to be a lesbian and didn't have the dream of the husband and the white picket fence and the children. Oh no, you can't live here like that. So she's out on the streets, surviving the best way she can, hand to mouth, under the bridge, wherever teenagers go when they are struggling to survive. And she eventually comes up out of all of that chaos to be the woman that the world thinks is on top. A black woman doing her thing. She wasn't. She was surviving. And in this particular story, at a certain point, everything crashes. And she has to come into herself and realize that in this story, she has to become her new love. And when she claims herself and her love for herself, she then asks her wife if she will be able to accept herself, not struggling, not looking for anybody to save her, but her being her own love and life jacket. And now her wife has to make the decision to accept this new person with a new love, a healing, healthy love. Beautiful and simplistic, and in its simplicity, powerful, all at the same time. And I love that about Anondra's work. it's like the adding up of the numbers of years some of the lovers have been together, because the adding up counts, they say. You know, it's important, because with lesbians, sometimes we need the adding up to be right in the forefront, because the world is so against us surviving and staying together and being whole and making it through the broken parts. Just beautifully done. Another piece that I loved all of it. I loved her whole collection, but another piece was, aside from New Love, was her piece, Family. Now this one, Family, was something that resonated with me because I am a writer. And I don't mind putting my life out on the social stage. So in this particular story, Family, when the two women are together and they fall in love and they marry, at a certain point everything is rosy and it's going well. But in the middle of it all, of course, a wheel comes off that wagon. The couple lost a baby girl. It was devastating to them. Devastating. So one is wondering, should I have given myself more time to love on my wife when she lost the baby, because she was the one who carried? There was blood in the bathroom. Should I have been more present, giving of myself more? So they aim to have another child. And they do. They have another baby, another daughter. But the situation comes into, are you being a good parent? Are you sleeping hard and the baby moving about? The baby could be in poisonous things in the house, and I don't want anybody else to keep the baby because you're not really being the best parent that you can be. So why should I have someone else keep the baby? The tension, the drama, the strife. What happens? Michaela, the wife who carried, takes to the web on Reddit, which I don't have an account on Reddit, but I am curious about Reddit. I may join it one day. But this woman, this wife, takes to the web, and on Reddit, she writes in a relationship column all about her relationship with her wife. And she knows that her wife is reading the column. And she places it out there, all of the details of their relationship, of their hurt, their pains. And then the wife reads it and is astounded that she would do such a thing and be so brutally honest and accept comments about their relationship, their marriage, from people who are reading the column. People have opinions, and some said she must be cheating. And she was cheating. The narrator was cheating, except, she says, it was emotional cheating, not physical cheating. But she feels some kind of way about that, even still. Cheating is cheating in her mind, and she was cheating. Because she didn't talk over her situation with her wife. She spoke about it with someone else. And it's amazing to know that sometimes you do what you have to do to get the pink elephant out of the middle of the floor and onto the table so that you and your significant other, you and your wife, can discuss it. And which she eventually, the narrator eventually decides to do. And she comes home and decides to talk to her wife, to fight to save her marriage. I loved it. Family. The third story I want to share with you is one that I had no idea about the ending. It was just wonderful the way it popped up on me, and I was like, what? Anondra? Oh, that wine is delicious. Delicious. I absolutely loved the story Second Coming. Perhaps I loved it because I'm always praying for a second coming myself. And I think you are too. I mean, once you experience something and it ends, it's human, I think, to want to make a go at it again. If one relationship doesn't work, you need a second coming. You need to tell yourself, it's wonderful, I am showing up again. This is what life is. It's your journey to loving yourself and others and your passions. In Second Coming, you have two lovers, and they love one another beautifully. They learn to get over the cold feet that you don't want to touch in the middle of the morning or the night. They learn to get over the fact that you don't talk until you have your first cup of coffee. And then the narrator's wife goes into the kitchen one morning and crashes. Why? She's had a heart attack. As my Uncle Herman used to say, my heart may give me problems sometimes because I love too much. I love so hard. I love my Uncle Herman. But the narrator's wife drops on the kitchen floor and she passes away. And the narrator has settled into, that's it. I mean, I had love, a love like that, and I'm grateful for it. So I am going to get acclimated to the idea that no more. It's no more, and I did it, I enjoyed it, and she passed away, and now I will see myself into old age alone, and I will have my family, my job, my friends, but I won't have another significant other. But that was not to be. No, no, no. Because the narrator meets a woman at Shades Retreat. I loved that concept in the story because Anondra Williams herself is the brainchild behind Shades Retreat, a retreat for lesbians, African American lesbians, wherever they're holding it now. I used to hold it in Georgia, and I attended twice, I believe, and it was awesome. It brought you into a space where you were in nature, reading and writing and speaking and sharing and healing. At Shades Retreat, the narrator meets Val. Val proves to be her second coming. They are the oldest two at the retreat, so they nurture the other young people attending. And then Val says, I would like to come and visit you. She visits the narrator. Then she suggests that the narrator come and visit her. They do. Val's children are adults and out on their own. She's divorced from her husband, and she's ready to love again on a new stage, in a new arena. And she and the narrator embrace and become a loving twosome who eventually marry. Val is 67. So she doesn't fall to her knees to ask for the narrator's hand. She says, we're too old for that. I love you and I miss you when I'm away from you. Beautiful, beautiful story, Second Coming. So second chances are real. Yes, they are. Stories prove it. Novels prove it. Your very life proves it. Because when we do something not so good sometimes, we get a second chance. When we have something splendid and it's gone, we get a second chance. And a third chance and a fourth chance. And it goes on. Because that is life's gift to us. Oh my goodness, I said I was going to tell you all about 3 of the stories. I've got to tell you about small towns. In small towns, I was pleasantly shocked at the end of that story because I'm going along. The character seems to be moving on, doesn't stay in one area long. And at the end, I find that the character is being chased by werewolves because they're real. And the narrator is like, I thought it was out of some story that they were real, but they're real and they're chasing me. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was totally unexpected at the end, and somehow I kept thinking it has the plausibility, the possibility to be a novel, like so many of the others. But it was just wonderful. She has a section at the end of the collection entitled About the Author. It is a poem. I am the daughter of Deborah, soul warrior, who was damaged and is now changed. Deborah, who is the daughter of Luanna, prayer warrior, who is gone but leaves a legacy. Luanna, who was the daughter of a mother gone too soon. Mississippi roots. I am the sister of blood and bones, related, some. I am the kith and kin of strangers who claim to know me then, sometimes now. I am the wife of a woman who loves the air in and around me. I am more than I am. I am more than they expected me to be. Chains of freedom, I be who I am. That's my friend, Anondra Williams. Anondra Cat Williams, Cat is her nickname, is a writer, poet, radio host, and all-around lover of words. Now, perhaps I became a radio host, way back in, 2010, 11. I observed Anondra being a radio host on the internet. And then I became a radio host on Blog Talk Radio and Horseshoe Press, or the Horseshoe blog of radio shows. It was so long ago, but I loved talk radio. So Anondra has been quite inspirational to me. Her first foray into writing was Black Girl Love, released in 2011. And her second book, Sister Girl, was released in August 2013. Both are a collection of short stories and poetry detailing everyday love and life between women who love women. Since then, she has written her first novella, Pat Green, and is in the process of finishing Savannah, her first novel. Now, mind you, I have Pat Green on this Kindle right here, and I am so excited to be starting it very soon. In 2009, she started Shades Retreat, Personal You. Shades Retreat is an empowerment, growth, and change retreat for queer women of color. She's currently traveling the world with her wife, Amber, and son, Kwesi. Follow their travels via their blog, wanderingsoup.com, and follow their travels here on YouTube. I am so excited for Anondra Williams and the life that she is living in this world. It is so amazing to be able to travel the world with your loved one or loved ones and experience different places, different food, different rules, different societies, different ways of doing things, even during a pandemic. It is auspicious to share what she's experiencing on Instagram, on YouTube, on her blog, on Facebook. I am so proud of you, Anondra Williams. And this is Claudia Moss with another segment of Wine, Women, and Words. I wish you love, peace, and everything that makes your heart dance. Bye-bye. See you in the next video. Hopefully, no, you will see me with another wine glass. Because this one reminds me of fall. And not that fall is not that there's anything wrong with fall, but the little leaves will change, and I will get one of those lovely large wine goblets. Because I'm worth it, and you're worth it.